Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my mid-level money making guide, and this guide is all about killing Fungal Magi. Fungal Magi are over 2 million GP an hour and 150,000 magic experience an hour. Even at the mid levels of like 75 magic and stuff, you can pull really nice GP and XP. I've been focusing a lot on high-end content recently, so I wanted to do a mid-level content guide for you guys to enjoy. So let's get into it. When it comes to my mid-level setup, I use a bunyip. A bunyip's really helpful for the healing over time, and obviously you're not going to be high enough for stuff like a pack yak, and a pack yak really isn't needed here. The bunyip healing over time is just helpful. I use superior War Master potions. You can buy them off the Grand Exchange. They're like 30k and they're very helpful with increasing your magic and your defense. I take some sharks as panic food. You shouldn't really need it because they drop mushrooms that you can eat, but it's nice having some sharks there just in case. I take an additional bunyip pouch so I can renew it after it's dead. I also take a ring of dueling so I can go to the duel arena and easily make my way to the dungeon. When it comes to my gear setup, this is like the optimal gear you want to have at mid-level. I have full subjugation, I have a staff of light, I have a blood amulet of fury, a defense cape, all of that good stuff. If you have a 99, use a 99 cape because they're really helpful. If you have an illuminated god book for some passive stats, that's also very nice. Subjugation being power armor helps you kill them quick. You don't really need much defense against these because they don't hit hard at all and they die so quickly. If you don't have 75 magic for a staff of light, on my Iron Man I was killing it with a Guthix staff from the Mage training arena. So even if you were only like 60 magic, you can use a Guthix staff or something and you'll be perfectly fine. I take a Luck of the Dwarves because it helps with loot, but you can take a Ring of Wealth or you can take a Ring of Fortune. They're a much cheaper alternative that's probably better when you're on a budget. What you have to remember is I have the Seedicide, the Charming Imp and the Herbicide all in my tool belt. If you have any of these items, I would bring them along. Seedicide can give you some nice farming XP, Charming Imp picking up the charms saves a lot of hassle, and Herbicide gives you some herb lore experience, and it keeps the floor clear of those really bad herbs. I personally just break down all the seeds and all the herbs, but you could probably make a couple of 100k more than what I make in this video if you actually keep the high-end herbs and the high-end seeds. Last thing I want to note is that you should bring air runes. I have them in my rune pouch in my worn inventory. If you don't have a rune pouch, just bring the air runes in your inventory. So now I'll show you how to get there. In order to get to the Fungal Magi, if you use your Ring of Dueling and you rub it and go to the duel arena, once you're at the duel arena it's very close by. You want to run up north past the Mage training arena, and then you go into the dungeon that has the Gainodamic creatures in there. The Fungal Magi are about 3 platforms in right at the start. Very easy to find. I really don't like using chain here, so once you're killing them, try to avoid using chain as much as possible, because if you accidentally use chain and you bring that axe on you, the axe can actually deal quite a lot of damage, especially if you're at a lower level. When you're at a higher level, you can bring aggression pots here and kill the axes alongside the Magi for a bit more experience and a bit more GP. But for this example, I'm going to be a mid-level player with mid-level gear, so an aggression pot would not be wise. But then again, if you are a higher level and you feel like aggression potting, you can make a bit more money. If you kill these Magi over and over again, there's 3 that spawn and they spawn very quickly. They drop Potato Cactus and that is very valuable. It's about 24k a drop because they drop 8 of it and they're 3k each. That's what you're looking out for whenever you're killing these, because that's going to make you the most money. A good way to maximize your looting, rather than running over all of the time and looting it one by one, if you activate area loot, when you run over, if you press space, it will just loot everything, and if you keep some of the ashes in your inventory, it will never ever loot things you don't want. That way your inventory's full, but you've already got the noted stuff stacked that you want to stack up, so it will just add it to those notes, and it won't pick up any of the bad herbs or seeds if you're not using Seedicide or Herbicide. It will just add to the stacks you have currently, and it makes it very quick. Looking at the GP I made for my hour, I got 634 potato cacti, and that was 1.9 mil. From my testing on my Iron Man and stuff when I was farming resources for Herblore and him, I was getting around 600 to 700 potato cactus every single hour, so this is probably about the average. Then the rest of the drops slowly add up over time, like the Limbwort roots, the Pure S, and then the Fungal Flakes. This all added up to 2.1 million GP. Remember, this was very mid-level gear based, and then I wasn't using any overloads or anything like that. I was using Super War Master potions. So then if you had even better gear, you could probably get around 2.5 million GP an hour. This, alongside the decent magic experience while you're mid-levels in magic like 75 or so, makes it a very viable way to train up. I hope this helps people that are at the mid-level of magics. I've been focusing on a lot of high-end content recently, and I wanted to give back to the mid-level players. Good luck if you do try this method. Those potato cactus drops being 24k each are really satisfying every time you see them on the floor. Either way, give the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape 3, and until next time, see ya.